G'day folks, Craig here. Today we're doing a little bit of maintenance on garden tools, and these are hedge clippers, and as you can see they're probably a little worse for wear to a point. I've noticed that there's a bit of a notch in the blade, so that's going to need to be filed out. But certainly you're going to need a couple of things. A wire brush would be ideal. A file is also a good thing. Obviously sharpeners, a scourer, the faithful metho and water to make sure that you sterilise the equipment. 80% water, 80% metho, 20% water. A little bit of lubricant of some sort, all sorts that are available, and a bit of elbow grease. So without further ado, try and get all of the rust off them if you possibly can with the wire brush. This might take a little bit of time to get it back. And obviously under a bit of running water with a scourer will bring these back nearly to brand new, all of which we probably haven't got time for today, but you get the idea. Now the scenario here is to make sure that you've got a good grip of these, and try and allow the file to do the work all the way up in one sweep if you can. That'll save you wearing in a dull spot on the blades. Just take your time with it. Come back and do the other side again. It doesn't take very much to get a nice sharp keen edge back on it. Keeping your hands obviously away from the file and the blades, most important. You could touch it up with a diamond tip sharpener. I'm not sure whether you can see this or not, but you can start to see a nice shiny edge, the leading edge on these blades. They may need a little bit more work depending upon how bad yours are. I can feel that that's razor sharp. Very nice. Next thing to do is to get a bit of a spray happening. A little bit of lubricant where the shears pivot. They're working nicely, and a rag just to give them a nice overall clean up. That lubricant will take a little bit of time to sink into those spots where it pivots. Of course, the other thing too is you want to have a quick look at the handles. If by chance they've been left out in the weather and they've become a bit rough, you don't want to have splinters. So a bit of sandpaper will sort out the rough edges on, or any sort of splinters on the handles. So just give them a nice clean up. And you could use a wood stain or an oil afterwards, just to take out any of that rough timber that over time, with age, this happens. But more importantly, just make it again a bit like when you're looking after your equipment. Keep it inside, keep it out of the weather if you possibly can, in the garden shed or the garage. And if you look after your tools and they're nice and sharp, not only will your plants like you for it, you'll get a better result in your garden. Making sure that you use some metho sprayed on them so that you sterilise before you use them. And of course, again, when you're out clipping your hedges or whatever you're using your tools for, between you go from one place to another, make sure you use that metho. Keep them sterile so you're not spreading disease. Make sure you check out the My Smart Garden website for more tips and workshops that are up and coming. All the best.